Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. As you can see, it's critical care time. Normally, I would burrito wrap Andre, but he is pretty much being good. I tried mushing up his pellets, like just adding a little bit of water to soften them to see if he'll eat from that. And he would sniff it, he goes near it, but he hasn't really eaten it. He's only eating a bit of hay and veggies on his own right now. So I am going to follow my gut instinct with this and just slowly cut back on the amount of critical care that I'm giving him. Obviously, I'm keeping an eye on his weight daily and making sure that he's either maintaining or gaining. If he loses any at all, then I'm going to up the feed and hopefully I won't have to bring him back to the vet by the time his medications are done, but we will see how that goes. It's a good thing I have a lot of these syringes because when I was putting them all back together downstairs before coming up here with the critical feed, I kind of broke one. But it's okay. We're going to work with what I've got before I start using more. Sometimes that kind of just happens over time. I think what I might end up doing is what Oxbow themselves on. I watched a YouTube video of Oxbow showing like how to feed critical care and whatnot. And if I'm correct, in the video they suggested sprinkling a bit of the critical care on top of their actual food when you're ready to transition them back. Now, the whole transitioning them back onto their normal food and whether you just cut out the critical care altogether seems to be very controversial. I'm not getting direct answers, so I might have to call my vet back and find out what they say and then just follow their direction. I am having a slight difficult time sectioning this one. Oh, there we go. I don't want to add any more water because I want the texture to be thicker so that he can get used to being back on his pellets. Okay, I don't want to get your eye. That's how I would normally hold them. I was trying to give him benefit of the doubt. I should give him a bit of water with this. So typically if I had him burrito wrapped, this is kind of how I'd be holding him close to me. We're going to try and do this over here and not over my shirt because I don't feel like having a green grass stained PJ shirt. Oh, I'm hurting. So for the most part, he takes to the critical care really well. As you can possibly see, I make sure that there's still a bit of chunk to the food so that he still has to chew. It's not like completely watered down or anything. And what I'll usually do is just give him half a ml at a time. I realize there's many videos on how to prepare the critical care. There's a lot of videos of there's a lot of videos about like how to make the critical care or how to DIY your critical care, which I've done that video too, which I can link in the card. Yay! Some of the board glue came out from 2 weeks ago. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Typically, this is not how you would hold the guinea pig when you're self-feeding or as some people call it, force feeding. But I'm lucky right now. I've got a very cooperative piggy for the most part. But I can actually show you what I normally do. Can I? Am I sitting on it? I'm sitting on it. So normally, when I'm feeding him, what I would do is I either put the towel over top or underneath him. And then I just kind of burrito him like that. And then I would tuck in the underside. That way the only thing really poking out would be his head. And that gives you a little bit better control of your piggy. Usually I'm kind of hunched up right against him, so he's almost tucked in under my arm like a football, but because I'm doing this over a desk, or over a table rather, he is secure. He's not going to fall. He's not going anywhere. So anytime you would have to feed your guinea pig critical care, whether it's because they're going to be going to surgery or whether they have already gone to surgery or if they're sick or whatever the reason, I recommend trying to do this on a flat surface, whether it's your kitchen counter. You could always, sanitize the area afterwards and beforehand, whether it's at a desk, a table, kitchen table, I don't care, but it's easier to do it on a flat surface and away from most distractions. Now, I'm doing this in the guinea pig room because this is where I know it is the safest spot to do it, because I do have a cat that roams the rest of the house. And I don't want Andre getting stressed out because of the cat, so this is the best place for him. So just to give everyone an idea of how the consistency of the food is right now, this is what it looks like. So what I do is I take the little scoop that the critical care bag comes with. I use 1 scoop of that, and then I mix it with 2 even scoops of the same scoop part with water. I've been blending up some of his veggies, and I add a little bit of that in, and then I added a little bit of applesauce to get the even texture. Now, because that is from this morning and he didn't eat all of it, I closed it up, I put it in the fridge. So, oh, I'm sorry, you're looking for your food. So that's what the texture looks like over time. It will kind of harden a little bit, so you may have to add a little bit more water in. Sometimes you can not. I didn't add any more water in, but I did put it in the microwave for like 10-15 seconds just to get it more at a tepid temperature. The other thing that having the towel like this does, because it covers his eyes a little bit, he feels a little bit safer and he's less distracted by everything. At least that's the observation I have made with my piggy. Your experience may be different. Hopefully you will never have to go through an experience like this, but I figured I would make this video in case you do. So I fill up my syringes and I just place them in the cup so that it's a little more organized. Now, I already gave him 1 ml of vitamin C this morning because I was hoping to cut back to the 2 critical feeds during the day. But I just weighed him again and he went down a little bit. It could just be an empty bladder. But I'm going to follow my gut instinct and I'm giving him a bit of critical care now. And then the next one won't be until about 7 o'clock at night when he gets his next dose of meds. So I used to give him like 4 feedings of critical care. I'm cutting back to 3. I was hoping to cut back to 2, but again, nobody really gave me full instruction on that. I just know from my own personal knowledge that if the animal's not eating, you kind of gotta force feed them. It's kind of like with a human child, if they're not willing to even drink anything, then you gotta give them like Pediasure or Pedialyte to keep them hydrated. The same concept, except this is with the critical care food. Alright, we're going to do 1 more round of the food with the syringes, and then his turn will be done until later. I caught that. Oh, come on, don't do this to me, syringe. This syringe does not want to work. I think I've got another broken one, maybe. It won't go past there. Okay, we got another syringe down. I just might have to possibly prep some more syringes. I don't want to, but I might have to. Itchy nose. I thought I might get them worked up. Did when I came in the room. But I'm going to end this video for now because it's getting quite long. So I want to thank you for watching, and if you want future content like this, subscribe